precious Redeemer and friend. Who would have thought that a lamb could?
First, we are going to measure the down part of the skirt. So what we are going to do is we're going to determine our waist, and our waist is 28 divided by 4. It's going to give us 7 plus 1 inch is going to give us 8 inches. So we will measure 8 inches on a folded material, and from the tip of the skirt to where the waist is to get the circumference, because this is a flare skirt, it is going to give us 10.5. So we will measure from the tip going round to get the exact 10.5 inches, and this is how it should look like when you're doing it. And again, when you're doing this, we will also measure our length of the skirt, and the length of the skirt, it is 23 plus 1 inch, it is going to be 24. So that 1 inch is going to be for our seam allowance. So from the tip of where our skirt is going to start to downwards, it is going to give us 24. There is two ways to measure this to get the circumference. You can measure from the end point, or you can measure from the point where the skirt is going to start. But as for us, we are going to measure from the tip. This is how it's going to be. I'll just show you in a while. We're going to measure from the last point where the tip is to where to get the circumference of where our skirt is going to end, and it's going to give us 35 inches. So you can choose, you can decide whether you're going to measure from the tip or where the skirt is, but I always suggest you measure from the tip, because you don't have to move the tape measure over and over again. And this is what you should have when you're doing it. Is 35, and then you will be done with the front part of the skirt. Yeah, now we're just going to cut everything. Yeah, we will cut, and then we will place this front part to get the back part. We will just take the material again, fold it into two, and place the front part on top to get the back part. This is how you should do it. You place it, make sure there is no wrinkle, and make sure it is even. There is no any part left out, because we want it to be equal and the same as the front part of the skirt it is. And this is what we should have when you're doing it. And again, after you finish folding it and placing it, you just cut. There is nothing to measure. Yep. And our front part, it is done. I'm going to measure the top. The length of the top, it is 14 inches, but now we will put 1 inch seam allowance. So we will mark the 14 inches first, and again we will mark the 1 inch for the seam, so it is going to be 15. This is the length of the blouse, because this is a dress. So from the tip of the shoulder to the smallest part of the waist, it is 15 centimeter. And to get the neck, it is going to be 2.5. I wanted to use 2, but I decided to use 2.5 by 4. We will use 4 inches. You can use 5 maximum, but it's 4, 5. So I used 4. And then we will make a curve, and that is going to be our neck part. The inches of our shoulder, it is 14 divided by 2, it is going to be 7. So we will measure 7 inch, and we will drop down by half because our shoulder is slanted, and then we will make a straight line from the neck point to the shoulder part. And to get the armhole, it is your bust measurement divided by 4. and when we measure we got 8, and then we'll make a straight line. So our bust again, it is 34 divided by 4, which gave us 8.5. 8.5 now plus 1 inch allowance, it is going to be 9.5. And then to get the curve, we'll just measure 3 inch and then draw the curve, and this is how the curve should look like. And for the project, it is going to be done. And to get the waist is 27. So 27 divided by 27 divided by 4, and we will mark our dart area. This we had already measured, so make sure you measure 27 divided by 4 plus 1 inch seam allowance plus 1 inch dart allowance, and this is how your project should look like, and you're going to cut it. And for the front part, it is going to be done. Yeah, now this is a front part. We will just mark the notch. We will put a notch to the dart area and fold it, and we will use this to measure the back part. And because I didn't want any material to go on waste, I just collected the pieces that were remaining to see if it can bring out the back part, and voila, it just did. So we're going to put 2 material because this dress is going to have a zip at the back. So we will place 2 material. Make sure nothing goes on waste. Economy, nothing goes on waste, especially if you're planning to be a fashion designer. So you're going to place it into 2 like this, measure and see if the length it is going to be the same, and it happened that the length was just exact as how I wanted it, and I'll place it. This dress, it is going to have a zip at the back, so again you need to have 2 inch allowance at the side. I'll just show you right now, but first you place your front material like this into 2, and then we will the only thing that we'll measure is our neck, and we will go by 2 and then draw a curve. We'll just go our neck just by 2 and draw the curve and mark the line that you're going to use for the zip, just to be our guide. And then after that, our project is almost done. We'll cut the neck part like this, and then it will be done. In the back part, we'll just cut and cut and cut, but we will not cut the 2 inch that you've left, and this is how it should look like when we have finished. And this top, I want the collar, I don't know how to call it, the collar to come down. I will show you the picture. So right now I'm just going to show you how to cut that part of the collar to make it fall, a round circle collar. I think that's how I should call it. And everything is done. Now we will just cut the collar. So we will place the fabric like this, like we are measuring the down part of the skirt, like you remember earlier. And to get it, it's the neck part divided by 4. You will measure your round neck, everything you got on your round neck divided by 4. We got 6, so we measure 6, and the length of the neck that we want, it is going to be 5. So 5 plus 1 inch seam allowance is going to give us 6. So we will measure 6 round. In this dress, we want to mix and match it. We did not record the part where we've been using the pink part, but we added it later. We thought maybe we need something to come up, so we added it, and our project was done. You just go and sew it. And please, if you find this video interesting and helpful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up so that we can know, and you can request for anything you want us to do, and definitely we will do it. Thank you very much for all the viewers. Thank you very much for all the people who are really supporting us, and for everyone who just came across this video. You're really important to us. Yeah, now our project it is done. And that's how we did it. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.